Jesse Tree, Day 15. Today's readings are from the book of 1 Kings, chapter 18, verses 18 through 24, and chapter 19, verses 36 through 39. Today's reading is about Elijah and the one true God. 1 Kings chapter 18, verses 18 through 24. Elijah answered, I have not made trouble for Israel. You and your father's family caused all the problems when you stopped obeying the Lord's commands and began following the false gods. Now tell all the people of Israel to meet me at Mount Carmel. Also, bring the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of the goddess Asherah, who get their support from Queen Jezebel. So Ahab called all the Israelites and those prophets to Mount Carmel. Elijah came to all the people and said, You must decide what you are going to do. How long will you keep jumping from one side to the other? If the Lord is the true God, follow him. But if Baal is the true God, then follow him. The people said nothing. So Elijah said, I am the only prophet of the Lord here, but there are 450 prophets of Baal. So bring us 2 bulls. Let the prophets of Baal have 1 bull. Let them kill it, cut it into pieces, and then put the meat on the wood, but don't start the fire. I will do the same with the other bull, and I will not start the fire either. Prophets of Baal, pray to your God, and I will pray to the Lord. Whichever God answers the prayer and starts the fire is the one true God. All the people agreed that this was a good idea. We continue in chapter 18, verses 36 through 39. At about the time for the afternoon sacrifice, the prophet Elijah approached the altar and prayed, Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, I ask you now to prove that you are the God of Israel and that I am your servant. Show these people that it was you who commanded me to do all these things. Lord, answer my prayer. Show these people that you, Lord, are God and that you are the one who is bringing them back to you. Then fire came down from the Lord and burned the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the ground around the altar. Then it dried up all the water in the ditch. All the people saw this happen and bowed down to the ground and began saying, The Lord is God. The Lord is God. In today's Bible reading, we learn that God's people continued to forget about their covenant with him. God used Elijah to remind them to turn away from sin and follow God. Elijah performed miracles to show God's power. Jesus performed many miracles to remind people to turn their lives back to God. An idol is something that takes your focus away from God. What are some things that take your focus away from God? Your challenge for today, have your parents light a candle to remind you of God's power. And then together, say prayers, each one of you giving thanks for God's love and forgiveness that we receive through his son, Jesus.